I got denied for a credit limit increase. So I went to Sam's yesterday and the cashier was telling me about the Sam's credit card. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I already have one that I already don't use from opening up my Plus membership. So I get home, open up the app just to make sure that the card is still active. And the first thing I seen, request credit limit increase. So I figured since I have perfect credit history, zero negative accounts, this should be easy to request. Plus, I can order a lot of my office supplies through Sam's and get 5% versus the 2% that I get on my business card by ordering a lot of that stuff on Amazon. And of course, I got denied, but not because of my credit scores. I got denied because the account is inactive. I've never used the card. So no matter how good your credit scores are, this is a good example that you can still be denied for things.
You would always want to be on the side of having good credit.
You think it pays to have good credit. So the crazy part about all of this, as you guys know, I am in the credit repair industry. I also have a lot of clients who watch or listen to these episodes, and you guys know who you are if you are listening to this. So many of you guys, or so many of my clients, they always call in or they send an email, you know, hey, we've had collections deleted off of our credit. Our scores clearly went up. We've seen our scores increase. But Chris, we're still being denied credit cards. We're still being denied credit card limit increases. What is going on? So I have a hard time explaining to people credit cards are actually one of the, I guess, more strict type of account to apply for, regardless if you're applying for the brand new card or if you're just requesting a credit limit increase. It's a hassle, right? You have to just fit in the most perfect scenario for them to approve your account for a unsecured card. If you're applying for a secure credit card, you can just put a $200 deposit down and they just give you a $200 or $500 credit card. But I'm just speaking on regular credit cards. And here's the thing. America is in the most credit card debt, that there is right now. So people are seeing credit cards being charged off by the day, and banks know that. So they're being, very strict when it comes to approving your application, especially if they think there's some red flags. So take a guy like me. My credit scores are perfect. I have 100% payment history. I've never missed a payment. I have zero negative accounts, no late payments, no collection accounts, no charge-offs. I use a lot of my business credit cards for, office supplies, mailing, things like that. So I have activity on those cards. But everything else, and my mortgage, sadly, I'm not a billionaire to where I can just pay cash for a home, but I have my mortgage that's reporting. So I have a good bit of credit history or open active accounts that are positive reporting to my credit. However, I did not use the specific Sam's credit card, and just because of that, Sam's denied me. Well, Sam's didn't deny me. It's funded through Synchrony Bank. So Synchrony is actually the one who denied the application. So, guys, this is a good example. So many people stress about being denied for a credit card. I just had a guy call in. This is maybe 3 weeks ago, sorry. And he was a great client, great guy. We talked every month. He'll call in or he'll email, hey, Chris, let's schedule a call. He stayed in contact with me, very great guy. And, we fixed his credit. He went from maybe the low 500s and he got around 700 or so. And he called me. He was like, Chris, man, I'm stressing out. I think I may need the service again. I'm like, for what? You just canceled like 3 months ago, or you just got finished 3 months ago. What could have happened? And he's like, man, I'm trying to propose to my girlfriend. I'm trying to get engaged, and I'm trying to get this store credit card for $17,000. And I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, the ring and everything. I think it was in K's or maybe some jeweler store or whatever. And they have store credit cards. So two things, I'm going to get to it here. But anyway, he's denied and he's freaking out because he think it's his credit score or something on his credit report preventing him from getting that. But two things. Just because the ring is $17,000 and you apply for it, banks can just say, oh, this is 17 grand going towards an engagement ring. No, we're not going to approve this because one, it may not work out. And then this client or this customer or consumer is not going to eventually pay it off, and they're just going to let it get charged off. Or we've seen so many of these engagement ring credit cards, eventually they just get charged off. And I do see a lot of those on people's credit report, K's and Jared's and, you know, all those other find your stores that offer credit cards. A lot of those accounts end up getting charged off. So I had to sit down and tell the client, like, hey, look, man, it's not you specifically that's getting denied, it's the situation that's getting denied. So number one, they see 17,000 as a red flag. Normally, most of these store cards, man, for an engagement ring, you know, most people that go into these stores like K's and Jared's and what's the other one, Zales, you know, it's been so long since, you know, I've been in one of those stores, like probably 4 years ago. But anyway, a lot of those people, they're only putting like $3,000 or $5,000. Now I know this sounds very low to a lot of the big shots out there, but they're only putting $3,000 to $5,000 on these cards for a ring, engagement ring, right? They're only buying like a 0.5 carat ring, 1 carat ring, maybe 1.5 carat ring. First of all, those stores on display don't keep all of those big carat rings on display anyway, in case the store gets robbed, I'm sure. So, you know, this guy getting a $17,000 ring from a store that offers, you know, a store credit card financing, you know, this had to have been like some 3 carat, 5 carat, 4 carat ring. So, I mean, this guy, he's gonna definitely make his woman happy. But what I'm getting at, you know, a lot of these situations are the reason they get denied. Secondly, any sort of credit card balances that could be reporting could be a major red flag to some of those card companies that's very strict, like a 17,000 engagement ring card. So they may look at it as, oh, well, you're trying to apply for 17,000 unsecured credit cards to get this ring. Well, I mean, look at your current cards. Even though you're at 10% utilization, which is perfect, they're going to say, oh, well, you couldn't even pay off this remaining 10% before the statement date. Red flag, denied. Or they may say, hey, remember you applied for like 2 things like a year ago? You have 2 hard inquiries within the last year, denied, even though your credit scores are 750. So, you know, credit cards is one of the most frustrating things to apply for, because they always send you a letter stating you were denied, and the reason why you're denied is always a bunch of garbage. It never fails. There's business cards that I have applied for many times and gotten denied many times, and my credit scores are, you know, around 800, and I don't have anything negative on my scores. I have perfect credit history and still get denied. It is because they can deny you for any little reason. And it's crazy, but it's not your fault. It's that America, the way the economy is, banks are seeing a lot of charge-offs. So they're being very strict on who they approve and who they give free money to. So, you know, I applied for a Bank of America business credit card, and I didn't get denied because of my credit. I got denied because it stated you have no history with Bank of America. Now, how am I going to get history with you guys if you guys are going to keep denying me? So, you know, realistically, I'm sure they mean like a business bank account or something like that. But I guess at this time, they are not approving outsiders like me. I use Wells Fargo for all of my business needs, credit card, bank account, whatever. But, you know, I guess since I never had an account with Bank of America, they're like, no, we're not going to approve you for this business card. Even though your credit is perfect, we're going to deny you. So look, don't stress out about credit cards, guys. It's literally one of the most frustrating things to apply for, and you can be denied for any little reason. Thanks for tuning in to this episode. If you wish to be a guest on our podcast, visit SturgisCreditRepair.com and click the podcast page to schedule an episode. If you need help with your credit, you can also sign up at SturgisCreditRepair.com and start your free trial today.
Sturgis Credit Repair. Sturgis Credit Repair. If you want a new house, call us.